If there are no rupa, no materiality in this world, there will be no fighting, no quarrelings, no killings to each other. This is one disadvantage of materiality. Another is there are different types of disease: eye disease, ear disease, nose disease, tongue disease, body disease, etc. Because of this materiality, because of this rupa, these different types of disease appear. If there is no body, how there can be this disease? This is also another disadvantage. Another disadvantage is there are many torturings. If there are no rupa, no materiality, there will be no torturings to each other. So these are disadvantages. And then please reflect. In material world, these sufferings will be not present. After reflecting in this way, you should extend your Agga circle up to infinite universe. And then please try to see space in that kasina. If you see space kasina, then please extend space. Then slowly when space is extended, then Agga circle will disappear. And then you should focus on that space as object. The concentration, very powerful concentration, will arise depending on this space. This is called boundless space jhana concentration. Then again, that boundless space jhana concentration you should try as object. Focusing on that jhana consciousness, you should pay attention as vijnana. Then on that jhana concentration, consciousness object, concentrated mind will appear. That concentrated mind is called vijnana jhana, the base of boundless consciousness jhana. Then when the base of boundless jhana consciousness arises successfully for a long time, at that time the base of boundless space consciousness is absent. That absent you should try to see, and then please pay attention as nothing. That nothingness. Then in that nothingness object, another concentrated mind will appear. That concentrated mind is called Āciṇṇa jhana, the base of boundless nothingness jhana. That baseless, boundless jhana consciousness you should try again to as object. Focusing on that base of boundless jhana, nothingness jhana as object, you should pay attention. Etam Santam Etam Panitam. This consciousness is sublime. This consciousness is Santam. This is quiet. This is sublime. In this way, you should focus. Then on that jhana consciousness, another concentrated mind will appear. That another concentrated mind is called Neva Saññāna Saññāyarana jhana, neither perception nor non-perception jhana consciousness. So in this way you must practice this four formless jhana consciousness. The reasons for practicing this I had explained in 5 causes. How does a meditator sustain jhana concentration through that process? What are the relationship between different jhanas? What?
Different realms of assistance.
He's asking different jhanas related to different Brahma world, like first jhana to Brahma.
Panjana world only. If you want to maintain this jhana, please renounce your household life. Please do bhikkhu. Then please practice only. You should not talk. You should not think. Just practice jhana. Please maintain this jhana concentration up to that moment. But before that moment, because of any hindrances, if jhana fall down, then you cannot attain Brahmavara. But if you want to make your jhana stable, you should try to practice to become Sotapanna, Satriwana or Sagadagami Vasradana or Anagami Nuradana. If you become one noble one, then if you maintain your jhana, then you may reborn in one of Brahmavara depending on your jhana. First jhana can be reborn in first jhana place, second jhana can be reborn in second jhana place, third jhana can be produced to be reborn in third jhana place, fourth jhana can produce to be reborn in fourth jhana place, etc. If you attain jhana as a noble one, then you will never go down to the sensual world. You will be Rahat one day in Brahmavara only. Number 3. What is the best ring of rebirth if one wishes to become a Rahat? What is the best ring of rebirth if one wishes to become a Buddha? If you want to become a Buddha, human work is best. You must fulfill 10 paramis. But if you want to become Rahat, please try to be reborn in Sudra Vasa place, pure abode, 5 pure abodes. This is best place. But if you want to be reborn in 5 pure abodes, Sudra Vasa place, you should try to become Anagami in this very life. It is sure. This is sure air ticket. You can fly up to Sudhavasa plane if you have Anagami sure air ticket. If you have this Anagami ticket, you can fly up to Sudhavasa plane. Ñāṇadassana stage. Okay.
Is the Pasada Nipa, the transparent element, also in the form of a kalapa? If so, is this element inside or outside a kalapa? And another question. Usually, how long does one need to meditate daily at least? And if we have family, such as husband and wife, does one need to stop sex life?
Please renounce. Always I am telling to renounce, to do diligence, to do bhikkhu only. It is better. Is the pasada rupa, the transparent element also in the form of a form of a kalapa. Okay, pasada rupa, not only pasada rupa, every materiality arises as a kalapa only. If you want to understand ultimate materiality, ultimate 4 elements, first you should try to understand kalapas. Again, you must analyze these kalapas. If you can discern 4 elements in each kalapa, at that time only you can understand ultimate truth. But before, now you are practicing, before you are seeing kalapas, you may also understand 4 elements. These 4 elements are not ultimate truths. They are still have competence. Competence, you cannot yet see kalapas. If you see kalapas, if you can discern 4 elements in each kalapa, at that time only you reach ultimate truth only. You understand ultimate truth. If so, is this element inside or outside a kalapa? Inside. Not outside. Outside kalapa there is nothing. Usually, how long we need to meditation deeply. What about? At least. Is it true? How long we need to meditate daily? Daily at least. Oh, if you can meditate more times, it is better. But in your household, like how I can suggest, if you can maintain your concentration, it is good. Then if you have any opportunity, then you can join any meditation retreat, suitable meditation retreat. But meditation retreat must be right method meditation retreat, not wrong method meditation retreat. If we have family, husband, a wife need to stop sex life. Okay, good. Good, very good. Okay, finish. Any question? Okay, maybe she will translate. Okay, today let us stop sharing merit. Idame Bonya Azwakaya Wahan Hodu Idame Bonya Nibbānassa Vachayo Hodu Idame Bonya Sabba Sadhana Vajema Tesabe Mesama Punya Bhaga Labandu Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu. Please pay respect to the Buddha by reciting 3 times Namo Tassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Today we would like to explain about 4 elements meditation. You should not misunderstand about 4 elements meditation. Name is 4 elements meditation, but you must practice 4 elements meditation up to Rahat stage. So there are many stages. Yesterday we had explained about 4 elements meditation up to the Kalabha stage, up to the 4 elements in each Kalabha. If you get some 4 elements in each Kalabha, then you should try to discern derivative materialities such as color, odor, flavor, nutritive essence, etc. If you can discern 6 doors and 42 bars, these materialities, then we can say you had finished 4 elements meditation up to ultimate materiality stage. But you should study under the guidance of skilled teacher. If you want to understand material world, you should carefully practice this 4 elements meditation. Today I want to explain one example only, one interesting point. How your food spread throughout the body. How do you know? Very interesting point. Newly eaten food inside your stomach. This is called undigested food. That food is the food before you are taking, which is situated in your plate. They are same. Same means, for example, if you can discern 4 elements outside, external world, in animate world. For example, this map. You can discern 4 elements or this cloth. If you discern 4 elements in your cloth, you cannot see cloth. You can see only a group of small particles called kalabas. If you analyze these kalabas, in each kalabas there are 8 types of materialities, such as earth element, water element, fire element, wind element, color, odor, flavor, and nutritive essence. In each kalabas there is fire element. That fire element produces new kalabas, new generations. In that new generation, if you analyze, there are 8 types of materiality. Among 8 types, there is also fire element. That fire element also produces another new generation, new kalabas. In this way, successfully, they are producing new ones for a long time. In the same way, while you are eating food inside your plate, in your dish, if you can discern 4 elements in that food, you can see food is nothing but a group of kalabas. If you analyze these kalabas, in each kalabas there are 8 types of materiality. Among 8 types of materiality, there is fire element. That fire element produces new kalabas. In that kalaba, there is also fire element. That fire element also produces another new kalaba. In this way, successfully, they are producing new kalabas for a long time. So, you may think, I eat this food, but you cannot eat same food, because they are always changing. When you are taking in your mouth, this is another one, but same process. Then you swallow down inside stomach, up to stomach. Inside stomach, this is newly eaten food. If you can discern 4 elements in that newly eaten food, then you can see a group of small kalabas, particles. If you analyze these kalabas, these particles, in each kalaba there are 8 types of materiality. In each kalaba there is, among these 8 types there is fire element. That fire element produces new kalabas successfully for a long time, as long as they are not spreading throughout your body. But throughout our body there are life-knowing kalabas. Life-knowing kalabas means the kalabas. Those kalabas, if you analyze those kalabas, in each kalaba there are 9 types of materiality. They are earth element, water element, fire element, wind element, color, odor, flavor, nutritive essence, and life faculty. We call jivita. Among these 9 types of materiality, there is fire element. That fire element is called digestive fire. Panchaka Tejo. That digestive fire supports to the newly eaten food, especially nutritive essence of the newly eaten food. Newly eaten food is nothing but only a group of kalabas. If you analyze these kalabas, there are 8 types of materiality. Among 8 types, in each kalaba there is nutritive essence. When digestive fire supports this nutritive essence, that nutritive essence produces new kalabas. With the assistance of digestive fire, the new kalabas are called nutriment produced kalabas. If you analyze those new nutriment produced kalabas, in each kalaba there are 8 types of materiality. Among 8 types there is nutritive essence. When digestive fire again support that nutritive essence also can produce new kalabas. Okay. In this way, successfully, many kalabas are producing within few seconds. They produce in different places. This is one. Then another is when you are eating food, there are some medicines you eat. If you analyze, if you did some 4 elements in those medicines, you can see kalabas. Medicine is nothing but a group of kalabas only. If you analyze these kalabas, there are 8 types of materiality. Among 8 types, there is nutritive essence. When digestive fire support this nutritive essence, these nutritive essence produce new kalabas, many generations, in the same way. Then, in our eye, there are 6 types of kalabas. Eye, decade kalaba, body decade kalaba, sex decade kalaba, mind produce odet kalaba, temperature produce odet kalaba, and nutritive essence produce odet kalaba. There are 6 types of kalabas. Among each kalaba there is nutritive essence. When nutriment produce nutritive essence, support as well as by digestive fire. In each kalaba there is nutritive essence. That nutritive essence also can produce new kalabas. Very interesting one. How they produce throughout the body. So if you practice practically 4 elements meditation, one day you can see this process. But in our body, throughout the body, there are uncountable life nonic kalabas. In each kalaba there is digestive fire. So digestive fire also throughout the body, many kalabas. And everywhere they can support to the new nutritive essence kalabas. For example, you apply any medicine, okay, on your hand. This also can spread throughout the body. How? That medicine you apply on your skin, that medicine is nothing but a group of small body gas kalabas only. If you do some 4 elements, you can see these kalabas. If you analyze, there are 8 types of material. Among 8 types, there is nutritive essence. In your hand, in this area also there is life nonic kalabas. In those life nonic kalabas there is digestive fire. That digestive fire supports that nutritive essence which you apply on your skin. Then, because of this supporting cause, that nutritive essence of your medicine applying on your surface, on your skin, produce new kalabas. In the same way, spreading throughout the body. You can test this from your inside knowledge, how they produce. But outside external world, if you pay attention for elements in the trees, they are also kalabas. Tree is nothing but a group of kalabas. If you analyze those kalabas, in each kalabas there is 8 types of materiality. But in those kalabas there is no light faculty, no transparent sensitivity. So, according to Buddha's teaching, in animate world there is no light faculty. But according to some others' opinion, there may be life faculty also, because they are growing up. But no, this is true. Why they are growing up? In each kalaba there is fire element. That fire element is called temperature. That temperature produces new generations. One temperature, within one kalaba's temperature can produce uncountable generations. If they produce uncountable generations, then slowly they are growing bigger and bigger, day by day. But if they cannot produce any more, they will become stable, cannot be bigger more. But if they completely cannot produce, then it will begin slowly decay and disappear. So in animate world, only temperature is very important. But there is no life nonic kalabas, life faculty. So because of this, we call this is an animate world. But if they after discerning ultimate materiality, if you want to discern ultimate mentality, how you should practice? Number one, you should discern base. Number two, you should discern object. For example, here is base is I base. I sensitivity is called I base. I consciousness understands only color. So you should try to discern I base, I sensitivity. Then please discern a little bit far away, there are also kalabas. The color of those kalabas. When color impinges this eye sensitivity, eye consciousness rises together with associated mental factors. But you do not understand what is eye sensitivity, what is color. Then you cannot discern eye consciousness and associated mental factors. So if you want to discern ultimate mentality, first you should try to understand 6 bases. Eye base, eye sensitivity, ear base, ear sensitivity, nose base, nose sensitivity, tongue base, tongue sensitivity, body base, body sensitivity, and heart base. These 6 bases are very important because different types of mind movements arise depending on these 6 bases. Then you should try to discern different objects. There are 6 types of objects: color, sound, smell, taste, tangible objects, and mind objects, Dhamma objects. While you are discerning mentality, first you should try to discern base and object together. At that time only you can discern mentality. Now I want one example I will say. I would like to say about first jhana dhammas. You are practicing Anapana first jhana. So please re-establish your first jhana concentration. At least you should re-establish this concentration for about 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Imagine from that first jhana. As soon as you emerge from your jhana, then you should descend Mindo Bhavanga. And then when you descend Bhavanga Mindo, you can see your Anapana Paribhaga Nimitta counterpart side inside your Mindo. And then you get descend 5 jhana padas. You already descend while you are practicing samatha. You already descend with these 5 jhana padas. But in this case, you should try to descend 5 jhana padas 5 successfully for a long time. Many times. If it is not clear, please re-establish your first jhana again. Imagine from first jhana you should descend Bhavanga Mindo and your Anapana Paribhaga Nimitta. Then you should descend 5 jhana padas again. Many times successfully for a long time they are rising in passing away. If you are sure, then you should try to descend associated 34 mental formations together with jhana padas. They are all together 34 mental formations of first jhana. Among 34, 5 jhana padas also include. But you are familiar to descend jhana padas while you are practicing samatha. So because of this reason, it is very easy for you to descend jhana padas first. After you are descending, after you had been descend jhana padas thoroughly, then you can continue 34 mental formations including jhana padas. Number 1, consciousness. While you are descending mentality, there are 3 ways. You can begin consciousness. When consciousness is very clear to your mind, you can begin feeling Vedana. When Vedana is very clear to your mind, you can begin with Phassa. When Phassa contact is very clear to your mind. Now I want to explain descending consciousness first. So please re-establish your first jhana concentration. As soon as you emerge from your jhana, you should descend Bhavanga Mindo and Anapana Paribhaga Nimitta. Then please descend consciousness many times successfully rising and passing away. Consciousness is cognizing your Anapana Paribhaga Nimitta only. Now you are practicing Anapana. If you do not see Anapana Paribhaga Nimitta counterpart side, then we cannot say you are knowing the Anapana Paribhaga Nimitta because you do not yet see. But when you are practicing Anapana, if you can see Anapana Paribhaga Nimitta and if you can re-establish your first jhana concentration, at that time we can say, oh, you understand your Anapana Paribhaga Nimitta. That recognizing is called consciousness Chaita. In this case, you should try to descend this Chaita successfully for a long time, many times. If it is not clear, please re-establish your first jhana concentration. As soon as you emerge from your first jhana, then you should descend this consciousness again and again. If you satisfy descending the consciousness, then please increase another one, Phassa, contact. This is the joiner. Phassa joins your consciousness in the object Anapana Paribhaga Nimitta. Because of this Phassa, you can recognize this object Anapana Paribhaga Nimitta. So, do together, consciousness and Phassa, do many times. Then, if you are satisfied, then please increase another one, Vedana, feeling. In this case, in first jhana, Vedana is happiness, happy feeling only. Then, consciousness, Phassa, Vedana, three, many times. If it is not clear, then please re-establish your first jhana. Imagine from first jhana you should descend Bhoenga mind in Anapana Bribhaga Nimitta, and then please descend these three: consciousness, phasa, vedana. In this way, you should add one by one. They are altogether 34 mental formations. What are 34? I only calculate. Number 1, consciousness. Number 2, phasa, contact. Number 3, vedana, feeling. Number 4, sanya, perception. Number 5, cetana, volition. Number 6, manasikara, attention. Number 7 is jivita, like faculty. Number 8 is ekaggata, one-pointedness. Altogether 8. You should try to descend these 8 many times. At least you should practice once a day. If you satisfy them, another 6 you can increase. They are occasionals. Pagainaga, Chittasika. Number 1, Vidyaga. Initial application of the mind to the Anapana Bribhaga Nimitta object. Number 2 is Vichara. Sustained application of the mind to the Anapana Bribhaga Nimitta object. Number 3 is Dhimokha, decision. This is Anapana Bribhaga Nimitta. In this way you decide. Decision. Now, number 4 is Viriya, energy or effort. You try to penetrate or to concentrate on the Anapana Bribhaga Nimitta object. That effort, that energy. You should try to desire. The piti, joy or rapture. Then number 6 is chanda, desire. Altogether 6 mandala padas. You should increase these 6 mandala formations one by one again. Altogether there may be 40 mandala formations. Previously you had already descended 8. Now 6. 8 plus 6 altogether there are 40 mandala formations. Then if you satisfy, then you can continue another 20 mandala formations. They are: number 1, saddha, confidence. What is confidence? Oh, if I practice this Anapana meditation systematically according to Buddha's teaching, I can attain jhana, such type of confidence only, not nothing. Now you can take Anapana Bribhaga Nimitta and you can concentrate well. Such type of confidence only. Saddha, viriya, saddha, sati. Sati is mindfulness on your Anapana Bribhaga Nimitta object. Mindfulness on your Anapana Bribhaga Nimitta object. Hiri, conscience. Conscience. Concern. What? Hiri, shame, but shame is not true. They translate conscience. Conscience. Then hiri, odaba, dread of wrongdoing. Aloba, nungari, adosa, no hatred, tadra, mijadada, equanimous mind, equanimity. Kaya basadi, tranquility of mental practice. Chitta basadi, tranquility of consciousness. Kaya lahuda, lightness of mental practice. Chitta lahuda, lightness of consciousness. Kaya mududa, pliancy of mental practice. Chitta mududa, pliancy of consciousness. Kaya kaminyada, adaptability of mental factors. Citta Gamiññata, adaptability of consciousness. Kaya Bhaguññata, proficiency of mental factors. Citta Bhaguññata, proficiency of consciousness. Kayu Jugata, rectitude of mental factors. Citta Jugata, rectitude of consciousness. And then Penya, wisdom faculty, altogether 20. Previously, you had been already discerned 40. 40 plus this 20, there are altogether 34 mental formations. If you want to discern these 34 mental formations, then please re-establish your Vipassanā concentration again. As soon as you emerge from jhana, you should discern Winga Mindo and Anapana Padibhaga Nimitta together. Then you can discern these 34 many times. 34, many times they are rising and passing away. If you are satisfied at that time, you can discern according to cognitive process. There is jhana viti we call. Number 1 is Mindo adverting consciousness. Number 2 is Parikama Samadhi, preliminary concentration. Number 3 is Upachara, neighborhood, excess concentration. Number 4 is Anulama, adaptability concentration. Number 5 is Godrabu, change of lineage concentration. In Mindo adverting consciousness movement, there are 12 mental formations. In other 4 mind movements, there are 34 mental formations like Vipassanā. So you should try to discern according to this series, this cognitive process. And then we can say you understand Vipassanā Dhammas. If you can discern these Vipassanā Dhammas, then you should also again discern ultimate materiality again. So while you are dividing this jhana dhammas, there are 34 mental formations. Among 34 mental formations, there is feeling vedana. That vedana is the aggregate of vedana, feeling. There is sanya, perception. This is the aggregate of perception. There is consciousness. That consciousness is the aggregate of consciousness. The remaining 31 mental formations are the aggregate of volitional formations. So altogether there are 4 mental aggregates. Previously you had already discerned ultimate materiality. Ultimate materiality is the aggregate of materiality. So altogether there are 5 aggregates. You should try to understand in every mind moment these 5 aggregates. At that time only we can say you understand ultimate mentality and materiality only. Today I will stop my tomato here because translator told me many. But this is mentality only. You should try to understand your mind and your body, because you have this mind, you have this body. If you do not understand about your mind and body, then your life will be not meaningful life. It will be meaningless because you do not understand about your body and your mind. But this is not yet finished. We must continue up the Vipassana stage. Okay. If there is any question, then you can discuss.
We have 2 questions. When Maha Namaskya asked Lord Buddha, please give a meditation topic suitable for busy lay people, the Lord Buddha gave Chagganasutti as the meditation topic. Why did he give that topic instead of breathing meditation? Could you please explain how one should do Chagganasutti if one is proficient with jhana and breathing meditation? How should one do Chagganasutti by itself to reach the highest level of it?
Chagganasutti, they are two types of Chagga. Relinquishing, Chagga is relinquishing. Relinquishing your belongings, including your wife and sons and daughters. This is number one. Secondly, you should relinquish your defilements. To relinquish your defilements, how you should practice? You must practice Noble Eightfold Path. If you analyze Noble Eightfold Path, there are three trainings. The training of morality, the training of concentration, and the training of wisdom. One example I will show you. Leprosy. One leprosy. Leprosy. One leprosy. What called leprosy? Soba Buddha. One leper. Yes. Leper. Soba Buddha. He had 5 noble qualities: Saddha, confidence; Viriya, effort; Sati, mindfulness; Saddha, confidence; Sila, purification of virtue; Sudha, learning knowledge as well as practical knowledge about the Nama, Rupa, mentality, materiality and their causes. Then Jagga, relinquishment, and then Penya, Vipassanā, insight and Magga Penya. So altogether he had 5 noble qualities: Saddha, Sila, Sudha, Jagga, Penya. What is Jagga? He is Laba, he is beggar. He depends on others' offerings. He had nothing to relinquish anything. He had no wife, no sons, no belongings. What is for him relinquish? That relinquishment is relinquishing his defilements. How he should practice to relinquish these defilements? He practiced Noble Eightfold Path. While he practices Noble Eightfold Path up to Vipassanā stage, his Vipassana insight can relinquish defilements temporarily, moment by moment. Then one day when his insight began, Major Buddha taught one Dhamma, especially referring to him. He became Sotapanna. When he became Sotapanna, he relinquished 3 types of defilements: Sakaya Deity, wrong view of personality; Vicikiccha, doubt about Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, etc. And then Silabbata Brahmasa, wrong view of rites and rituals. So these 3 defilements he relinquished. That relinquishment is called Chagganasutti only. So if you want, depending on their ability, sometimes Buddha taught in different ways. So renunciation or relinquishing is very important in our Buddha's teaching. If you have still attachment to your family, if you also want to attain Nibbana, both is impossible. You must relinquish one thing. If you want to attain Nibbana, then you must relinquish your household life. Is it true? Both simultaneously, it is impossible. One side you want to become Arhat, another side you want to belong to your family. These 2 are impossible. Because Arhat will destroy all defilements, completely without remainder. If you have still attachment to your family, how you can become Rahat? So relinquishing or renunciation is very important in our Buddha's teaching. Okay.
Next question. If a Maha Bodhisattva is born in a time where the Buddha Dharma is not available in the human world, or in a time where the Buddha Dharma is destroyed, how can such Maha Bodhisattva collect merit toward paramani?
Maybe if there are Buddha's dispensation, he reborn in Buddha's dispensation, it is true. But if sometimes there are no Buddha's dispensation, at that time also he was reborn in human world to fulfill his parami. If they got Niyata Vyadita, do you understand? Niyata Vyadita, they translate Niyata Vyadita as definite prophecy. Definite prophecy means one Buddha, for example, like Divingra Buddha, gave definite prophecy to our Bodhisattva Sumira. You will become Buddha in future such and such time. In this way, give definite prophecy. For incalculable aeons, for incalculable 100,000 aeons later, you will become Buddha by name of Gautama. In this way, give definite prophecy. Such type of definite prophecy, because of this definite prophecy, whenever they reborn in human world, they understand they are Bodhisattva. They must fulfill their paramis. Why? When they gained definite prophecy, at that time, they already practiced samatha vipassana up to Sankharupeka Jnana stage thoroughly. At that time, before they attaining definite prophecy, if they want to become Rahat, they can quickly become Rahat. When Divingra Buddha is found one stanza, before the end of that stanza, he can become Rahat. Because he had enough parami to attain Rahat stage. But he don't want to become Rahat, he want to become Buddha. So he wished to become Buddha. At that time, Divingra Buddha also try whether his wish will be fulfilled or not. He saw, for incalculable 100,000 aeons later, he will become Buddha by name of Gautama. In this way he saw. Because of this reason, he gave definite prophecy. Because of these paramis, whenever he was reborn as a human being, he understood, I am Bodhisattva. Then I must fulfill my paramis. He also understood, I must fulfill my paramis. In this way, he already understood to fulfill 10 types of paramis. So whether if there are Buddha's dispensations, at that time also if they have any chance, then he can reborn as a human being. But occasionally in some Buddha's time he cannot become human being. Sometimes he become animals. So at that time he cannot discuss with Buddhas. Okay.
The words are too hard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is the cause of ultimate materiality and mentality?
For ultimate materiality, there are 4 causes. Number 1 is karma. Number 2 is mind. Number 3 is uddu, temperature. Number 4 is nutritive essence. Karma produce materiality such as eye transparent, eye sensitivity, ear sensitivity, nose sensitivity, tongue sensitivity, body sensitivity, etc. They are produced by previous karma. Do you want to possess very, very beautiful eye? Do you want? Very good eye. Is it possible? Without glass I cannot see. I want to be very beautiful and very clear eye. But is it possible according to my own ways? Not possible, because this is produced by previous karma. If previous karma produced in this way, we must accept only. We can do nothing. But if you want to go to meditation retreat, is it possible? If you don't want to go to meditation retreat, it is also possible. Is it true? Mind also produce that mind will carry your whole body to reach this place. If you have no strong mind, you cannot reach here. So my meaning is here, if you want to bend, you can bend. If you want to stretch, you can stretch. Mind produce materiality there. If you want to talk, you can talk. If you want to be noble silence, you can noble silence. You can do noble silence. So mind also can produce kalabas. In each kalaba there is temperature, tejo, fire element. That fire element also can produce new kalabas. So this is also one cause. Then nutritive essence I have explained. The nutritive essence also one cause to produce kalabas. This is four causes for materiality. But among four causes, karma is previous karma. That karma is supported by the five elements wrong. They are avijja, ignorance, tanha, craving, and upadana, clinging. You may wish for to be woman or to be gentleman. Because of this wish, you accumulate wholesome dhammas in previous life. These wholesome dhammas are called sankhara formations. They can produce new aggregates. But these sankharas are nature impermanent. As soon as they rise, they pass away in previous life. But when they pass away, they left behind karma energy, karmic force, or karma potentiality. This is called karma. That karma produces new five aggregates according to your own wish. So altogether there are five causes: avijja, ignorance, tanha, craving, upadana, clinging, and then sankhara formations, and then karma. Altogether five causes. We will explain next lecture, next coming lecture, about this dependent origination. So this is one cause, and then mind is second cause. Temperature is that cause. Nutritive essence fourth cause. There are four causes for materiality. For mentality, they are also same. Five past causes are same. There are also some five present causes or three present causes. Three present causes means number one is base. There must be base or sensitivity. Number two is there must be object. Number three is phassa or associated mental formations predominating by phassa. So these three are very important. In some cases there must be light. For example, for aya consciousness, if there is light, you can see different colors. But there is no light in the dark, you cannot see. So light is also another cause. And then there must be also previous mental formations. Especially for eye consciousness, there is phyto-adverting consciousness. This is important. If phyto-adverting consciousness cannot take this object, eye consciousness also cannot take the color object. So there are different causes for mental formations. But for some resulting consciousness, previous causes are also important. But for wholesome and unwholesome dhammas, the proximate cause is only Yoniso Manasikara or Ayoniso Manasikara. For wholesome dhammas, Yoniso Manasikara, wise attention is very important. For unwholesome dhammas, Ayoniso Manasikara, unwise attention is very important. So there are different causes. If you practice dependent origination, then at that time you will understand cause and effect. Cause relationship between cause and effects. You will understand deeply about dependent origination, paticca samuppada. I would like to explain about dependent origination in my next lecture.
Why is the brain and the nervous system not mentioned in the sutras as associated with thought process? Why is the heart base located near the human heart but not the central nervous system? Sometimes heart is also translated as mind, citta. Is this a translation issue? What is the place of the central nervous system in the brain and the mental factors?
In this case, practical knowledge is very important. If you discern these 34 jhana dhammas, and then you will see 34 jhana dhammas arise depending on your heart base. But if you want to discern mental formations in your brain, if you discern 4 elements in your brain, you can see there are 44 types of materiality. What are 44? Then if you want to understand, please practice under the guidance of skilled teacher. Among 44 there is body decade klapa. There in your brain there is no heart decade klapa. Only body decade klapa. If you analyze this body decade klapa, there are 10 types of materiality. They are earth element, water element, fire element, wind element, kala, odor, flavor, nutritive acid, light faculty, and body sensitivity, body transparent element. That body sensitivity is the base for body consciousness and mental formations. Body consciousness is always associated with 7 mental formations, mental factors. They are: number 1, body consciousness; number 2, contact, phassa contact; number 3, vedana, feeling; number 4, sanya, perception; number 5, cetana, volition; number 6, manasikara, attention; number 7, Agga, one-pointedness; and then number 8, jivita, life faculty. Altogether there are 8 types of mental formations only. Among these 8 types of mental formations, there is no wisdom faculty. Wisdom faculty arises depending on your heart base only. But if there is no brain, one will die. It is also true. But if there is no heart, how you can say? One will die only. If there is no liver, one will die. If there is no lung, one will die. So all organs are also important for maintaining our life. But if you want to understand clearly, then please try up to the discerning ultimate materiality and ultimate mentality stage. At that time you will understand how many types of mental formations arise depending on which phase. You will understand clearly. So in this case, practical knowledge is very important. Okay, today let us stop. sharing merit. Idame Bonya Aswakaya Wahan Hodu Idame Bonya Nibbanasa Pachayo Hodu Idame Bonya Sabha Sadhana Pajima Tesabe Mesama Bonya Bhaga Labandu Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu